Welcome to this video on IB Economics Topic 1.2, How do Economists Approach the World? In this segment, we will explore the methodology used by economists, the distinctions between positive and normative economics, and the significance of empirical evidence in economic research. Let's dive right in. Economic methodology. Economists approach the world using a distinct methodology that involves the systematic study of economic phenomena. This methodology is grounded in several key components. The role of positive economics. Positive economics deals with objective analysis and facts. It focuses on describing, explaining, and predicting economic phenomena without passing judgments. For instance, statements like, an increase in taxes will reduce consumer spending, are positive because they are based on empirical evidence and can be tested. The use of logic economists rely heavily on logical reasoning. By applying deductive and inductive reasoning, they can formulate conclusions based on existing information. Deductive reasoning moves from general principles to specific cases, while inductive reasoning does the opposite, deriving general principles from specific observations. The use of hypotheses, models, and theories. In economics, hypotheses are proposed explanations for certain economic behaviors or outcomes. To test these hypotheses, economists create models, simplified representations of reality that focus on specific variables. Over time, if a model consistently predicts outcomes accurately, it may evolve into a theory. Theories offer broader explanations that can be applied across various situations. The ceteris paribus assumption. A crucial aspect of economic modeling is the ceteris paribus assumption, meaning all other things being equal. This allows economists to isolate the effect of one variable by holding other influencing factors constant. For example, when analyzing the impact of price changes on demand, ceteris paribus ensures that other factors, like consumer income, are held constant. Empirical evidence. To validate their models and theories, economists rely on empirical evidence, data collected through observation or experimentation. This evidence is essential for supporting or refuting economic hypotheses. Refutation. Refutation is a critical aspect of economic methodology. When empirical evidence contradicts a hypothesis or theory, economists must reconsider or revise their models. This process ensures that economic theories remain relevant and accurate over time. The role of normative economics. While positive economics deals with facts, normative economics is concerned with value judgments and opinions. It addresses what ought to be rather than what is. This distinction is crucial because economic policies often involve normative considerations. Value judgments in policymaking. Normative economics plays a significant role in policymaking, where decisions are influenced by societal values and ethical considerations. For instance, debates about income redistribution or environmental regulations often hinge on normative judgments about fairness or the common good. The meaning of equity and equality. Equity and equality are key concepts in normative economics. Equity refers to fairness, which may involve unequal distribution based on needs, contributions, or other criteria. Equality, on the other hand, implies an even distribution of resources or opportunities. Policymakers must navigate the tension between these two ideals when crafting economic policies. Segment 2. Economic thought. Now that we've covered the methodology economists use, let's take a step back and explore how economic thought has evolved over time. We'll trace the development of key economic ideas from the 18th century to the present, highlighting significant contributions and shifts in economic theory. 18th century, Adam Smith and laissez-faire. The origins of modern economics can be traced back to the 18th century with Adam Smith, often regarded as the father of economics. His seminal work, The Wealth of Nations, introduced the concept of laissez-faire economics, advocating minimal government intervention in markets. Smith believed that individuals pursuing their self-interest would lead to economic prosperity through the invisible hand of the market. 19th century, classical economics and Marxist critique. The 19th century saw the rise of classical economics, which focused on microeconomic principles such as utility and the concept of the margin. Classical economists like David Ricardo and John Stuart Mill developed theories around production, distribution, and value. The concept of the margin. The concept of the margin became central to classical microeconomics, where decisions are made based on marginal utility. How much additional satisfaction is gained from consuming an extra unit of a good or service? Classical macroeconomics and Say's law. In macroeconomics, classical thinkers posited Say's law, which asserts that supply creates its own demand. This principle implied that economies are self-regulating and that markets naturally move toward equilibrium. Marxist critique. The classical economic framework faced significant critique from Karl Marx, who argued that capitalism inherently led to class struggles and exploitation. Marx's analysis highlighted the tensions between labor and capital, laying the groundwork for socialist economic thought. 20th century, Keynesian revolution and monetarist counter-revolution. The 20th century marked a profound shift in economic thought, starting with the Keynesian revolution. John Maynard Keynes challenged classical economics, particularly the idea that markets are always self-correcting. He argued that active government intervention was necessary to manage economic cycles and prevent prolonged recessions. Rise of macroeconomic policy. Keynesian economics emphasized the importance of aggregate demand and introduced tools like fiscal policy, government spending, and taxation as a means to stabilize economies. Monetarist New Classical Counter-Revolution. In the later part of the 20th century, Keynesianism was challenged by monetarists like Milton Friedman, who advocated for controlling the money supply to manage inflation. This led to the New Classical Economics movement, which emphasized rational expectations and market efficiency. 21st century, behavioral economics and the circular economy. In the 21st century, economics has increasingly incorporated insights from other disciplines, leading to new approaches and a broader understanding of economic dynamics. Behavioral economics. Behavioral economics has emerged as a field that combines psychology with economic theory. It challenges the traditional assumption of rational behavior, highlighting how cognitive biases and emotions influence decision-making. Interdependencies and the circular economy. Modern economists are also recognizing the interdependencies between the economy, society, and the environment. This has led to growing support for a circular economy, a model that emphasizes sustainability, resource efficiency, and minimizing waste. The circular economy aims to create a closed-loop system where materials are reused, recycled, and regenerated, reducing the environmental impact of economic activities. Economics is not just about numbers. It's about understanding human behavior, societal values, and the complex interconnections between various systems. From the logical rigor of positive economics to the ethical considerations of normative economics, and from the foundational ideas of Adam Smith to the innovative concepts of behavioral economics and the circular economy, economists continue to refine their understanding of the world. This ongoing evolution of thought is what makes economics such a dynamic and relevant field of study.